Hello everyone, I'm SoylentWill, and I decided I wanted to play some Hearts of Iron 4. And since I was just going to play some Hearts of Iron 4 in kind of in a chill fashion, I thought I'd live stream it, so I decided to hop on Twitch. And then I figured, I'm recording this, I don't know if I'll end up editing it and putting it on YouTube or not, but either way, it sounded like fun because I just felt like chilling and building and researching. And the best country to do all of that stuff is the US of A. So I'm going to just have a chill stream. I don't know, a couple hours, something like that. We'll see. I just felt like playing Hoi 4, so we're going to. One of these days I'm going to do some Kaiserreich, but I just felt like normal, just chill and build, so let's play the United States. Maybe we'll get involved in war, maybe we won't. Maybe I'll bump my microphone, because I always do. Okay, so we're going to select our country. At this point, we could also select any country. Like, I could switch to Mexico or whatever, or Canada. But no, we're going to play United States so we can chill and build, like I said. Iron Man mode, you know what? I'm live streaming, so what does it matter? We'll go ahead and go with that. That way, if I come across any achievements, I'll get them, right? Hey, should we go historical? I don't know. Sure, we'll go historical on this game. Alright. Sounds good to me. And Iron Man United States 1, save and play. Okay. Let's see here. Let's open this up first and foremost. See, I don't know what of this is gonna have. I'm gonna turn it all on, except for the speeches. And we are going to... Weighted shuffle, huh? And it's playing Battle Wuhan? Why don't we just shuffle? There we go. That sounds beautiful. That's a weird word started with playing as United States here. Either way, let me actually pop out of here. If I could just... You know what? I don't think... If I were to just... Like, I'll tab this. No? That just brings up all of that. Here we go. I just think the music and everything... You know what? Why am I doing that? Why don't we just use the game? The game has sound options, right? The music is... Although the music I can change... Let's just go to the options, right? Alright, audio. Maybe we just take the master volume down a tick and the music down a little bit. I like the effects and the clicky stuff. So, excuse me. I think this seems fine. Alright. Well, mainly I'm messing with that because I don't know. I have to use one audio track on Twitch or streaming, so... I'm getting used to that now. And so, first and foremost, we're going to research. And mind-breaking, mind-boggling moves here. We're going to go for let's research faster, essentially. And then this is basic machine tools. What this is going to do is our production efficiency cap is going to raise. And we'll go over that in a second. I don't know if anybody has played this game. And if I do post this on YouTube, maybe this will help a little bit to learn some of the basics. But we'll go over that when we get to it. But we're going to research that. And we're also going to research Construction 1, which is going to construction speed plus 10%. You know what that means. Factory repair speed. I mean, all that stuff makes sense. You don't need to know context or whatever. It's good. And then we're allowed to just pick something else. Those are like the standard 3 you start with. Some countries only start with 2, so you get that one and probably this one. Sometimes construction, but usually I like to get your production up. I mean, there's an argument to get onto our... Because we're going to have carriers, right? We're United States. We're going to have carriers. This is just like a flat-out upgrade, which means you don't have to, like, make a better gun. It is like a gun, I guess. The artillery 75mm gun, as a matter of fact. But this will just flat-out upgrade it when I don't have to produce more of that type of whatever. I could get started on some tanks, because we just have a great war tank, which is pretty useless. Let's go over here to all of our supply stuff. Our supports stuff. So we've got the engineers and we've got the recon, which are good stuff. If we're going to make tanks, we want this, but we're not worried about tanks or really anything like that just yet. We probably could just go ahead and grab the 1918 quality stuff for, I mean, just basic plus 5%. But again, we're not fighting anytime soon. Let's go ahead and, okay. I don't know if I like destroyers that much, but we could probably build some. Okay, well, we've got those. I'm going to go ahead and go for the fighter first. That sounds like fun to me, right? So, go ahead and... Ooh, now we get to build civilian factories. Okay, so civilian factories are what you use to build, like, all of your stuff on this screen here, right? So if you want to build more civilian factories, you build them with civilian factories. You want military factories, you build them with civilian factories. So, we're going to start off. We have quite a few civilian factories to start as the U.S., so I'm just going to pepper a couple in these 80% ones. That is our infrastructure level. That's why it's got the little road there. And essentially, the higher the infrastructure level, the faster stuff we'll build in that province or whatnot, states in this situation for the United States. And let's see, and we'll just go ahead and let's see how many lines do we have. Okay, so right now that fills us up. See, we've got 15 of 15, 15 of 15, and then 6 of 15. So we could have another total of 9 factories to work on this before we have to worry about an overflow on here. But, just to be safe, let's just go ahead and build one more military factory in a 60% place, like right here. Yeah, and then I like to do that. Oh wait, no, wrong thing. I like to mix them up so they'll get that going, but that'll be all we need to start with for building. It'll get more complex later. Okay, now we have 3 military factories. So our military factories are spent, they produce all of these goods and such. And you can see here, this is the product efficiency cap. So this is right up at cap right now. So that's as much as it's going to be able to be. It starts at 50%. We're going to be able to raise that over time. But right now, that's all we got. Okay, well, let's bring up this plane. Actually, I don't even want to make any of those. So I'm just going to get rid of those. Let's work on our Navy stuff first. Let's see. I'm going to bring, actually, like, the heavy cruiser up to the top. And we'll just then fill it out, right? So that they all get produced or whatever. We're making 2 of these at a time. So we might as well have at least 2 on. That makes sense to me. These ones we're just making 1 of, so it'll be fine once it gets all of the extra dockyards added. So like when this one's done, then 5 more will be added to this one, and then so forth. And then that'll finish up and then start adding here. But at least these ones that are making 2 at a time at least have 2. I mean, there's an argument I could just make like these ones at 3. Like, right? So if I went like that, now those ones are all at 3. That sounds fine. It doesn't really matter. And just for cushion, let's throw on a line of convoys right there for right now, just in case this starts to get produced and I'm not paying any attention. But anyways, we've got military factories we can spend. I like to get some support equipment going because this never goes out of date. So if I stockpile it, it's not the worst thing. And honestly, before we get into a fight, we're going to want better equipment than this right now. But we're still going to make some. We don't want to have 0 equipment and stuff. But the towed artillery, I'm going to want to start stockpiling too. But I think 1 factory to start is good. I think there's an argument that we should maybe start a truck right away. That way it's going to produce for a bit so we can stockpile those. We're going to need those later. The tanks I'm not worried about. I'm not going to build any of those Great War tanks. Some of the planes I might want to build, but I'm not going to immediately put factories into them, I don't think. So from here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one full row of that, and then we'll just start stockpiling into this. So there we had 1 left. You can see these ones are gray, meaning like, wow, the music is actually a decently bit loud here, huh? Why don't I just... There we go. It's aggressive. It's great music. I like it. But these ones will fill in here as we build more military factories. Either way, I think that now it's going to tell me that I haven't built, that I'm missing those things, and it's right. Like, if I were to reinforce any of that stuff right now, I wouldn't be able to do it. But I'm not too worried about it. It's not like I can put all my factories are in use anyways, so I'll leave that there. Even though it bothers me, I like to have this thing clear. Either way, let's go ahead and we've got a national focus. Now, this is pretty cool. This is what we're spending, like, basically our political power on to unlock these cool, like, decisions or whatever from our focus tree. But I usually always just start off with the continue the New Deal. It's going to give us some bunch of political power, which we're not earning very much. You can see we're getting 1.15 per day down there. And it's like, how much is that? I don't know. Like, well, I mean, to do different stuff with political power, like, say, add one of these political advisors, 150. Okay, so it's going to take quite a while. That would literally take us, what is that, 1,000... 10,000 days, something like that. Math, don't do it live. That's what I recommend. Otherwise, so we can ignore this. Now it's telling us we have no divisions in basic training. Well, we can fix that, but we might do that in a second. We've got all of these guys, right? So I could hold shift. Well, let's just click it first. And it selects one of the guys here, right? And this is the guy in Puerto Rico, apparently, right down here. Okay, cool. And then if I click it, yes, sir, it just cycles through all the different guys that aren't assigned anywhere. So essentially, they've not been put into any army groups of any sorts. So what we're going to do is I'd like to start with just getting all of the base army I have here into just, oops, perfect, nailed it, into one little area. And then it's 22. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and split it down the middle and split it into two. And so we've got two of these guys now. Now I can click it, and now I have I could put a field marshal here who oversees both of these generals, right? Which is fine. Yes, sir. For right now, I don't need to worry about it too much. I'll probably put some in as I start to get more. I do have command power, actually. Interesting. Don't normally start with 20 command power, do you? Interesting. I don't recall that. Alright, well, I'm playing on with no DLC, by the way. I have some DLC, like the music and some of the unit packs and stuff, but I don't have, like, Man the Guns inactive, and I don't have, like, No Step Back, and what's the other one I own? La Resistance. I just figured it was more accessible if I just played basically the vanilla game, just at the newest patch. Well, as of right now, in mid-September-ish. Okay. So we've got this all set up, and I can select the entire army by going to the field marshal, and I can tell them to exercise, which, you know what? I'm really short on equipment right now, and exercising will use equipment. Let's worry about getting our equipment full first, I think. So now that I have these guys that are the home squad, I can hit shift and select everyone here, and this is going to be everyone that's, you know, on our imperial bits or whatnot. So we'll make a new general squad there, and we'll put them in a new theater. And as a matter of fact, why don't we call it just that? We'll call it Imperial Bits. I like it. And American Theater can just be American Theater for right now. Or maybe we'll say America... There we go. Can I use one? Oh, I can. You know I'm going to. Okay. And so we've got our theaters set up. The only thing with our theaters here we can really do differently is there's a little gear here we can like say I make sure that this one's high priority for supplies. So these supplies will get supplies over these guys. But that's fine. We don't need that right now. And these guys, I'm going to go ahead and also give them a field marshal in case, you know, I need to split them up for any reason. But for right now, we certainly won't need to. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do area defense for these guys. And I'm going to tell them to guard naval bases and coastline and borders and probably victory points. And then I'm going to start marking the areas like Panama down here. Well, Panama Canal is ours, I guess. And we've got Puerto Rico, and that should be it for like the Atlantic. So then our Imperial bits are more in the Pacific here. That's, I think, France. But we can tell kind of where our army guys already are, right? So I'll start highlighting. You can see, kind of see it's... Nope, stop clicking that. You can see it does like the green little lines, whatnot. All right, and get those. There's Hawaii. Hawaii, and is this ours? Yes. And I think that's it for our Imperial bits. I've marked them up here. Oh, there's more up here, one there. And then Alaska, I guess, will count as an Imperial bit as well, just so we can keep that stuff guarded. And now it tells me that the minimum divisions I need for that is 32. Well, we obviously don't have that, but for right now, this will do. All right, go back to this guy. And now let's go ahead and deal with our divisions in basic training. Okay, so let's just go ahead and say we want to train. So what is this? A garrison brigade. Just 3 guys and some shovels. Our National Guard division is, wow, a whole bunch of guys. 12 guys, some artillery, and some shovels. And then our infantry is just 9 guys, the same thing, artillery and shovels. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we edit this? I'm going to change this icon to a pawn right now. And we're going to... Wait, I didn't update it. I'm sorry. You be a pawn. And I'm going to get rid of that. I'm like lowering the priority. I'm going to have it normal. We're going to update it. And it's going to be kind of just like a basic home defense unit or whatever for my garrisons out there. And I'm going to just start by making some of those to start, I think. Let's see. What do we need? 32, and we've got 14. So we need 18. Minimum of 18. Okay. Well, let's do 3 batches of 6. Also, here's our priorities. Reinforcements, I want to be the most. Upgrades, so we're getting upgraded equipment to the front and our soldiers. Supply trucks, we want the supplies getting there. Garrisons, and I'm going to leave raids at yellow. And anything I'm making in here, I'm going to just go ahead and whatever. You understand. I'm going to let them just go off the coast of Florida. You can only deploy in, like, contiguous areas. So, like, I can't even deploy to Alaska or any of these. But then you can just tell them, say, I want you to join that squad. So then they will automatically when they're ready to go. And then I think that's probably fine for the time being. Well, you know what? Let's train up what we need there. So each one needs 13. Interesting. Well, let's do it. So we'll make 2 batches of 13. This could take a while. Again, you're going to be there. And we'll actually make it above the garrison division. And it's going to have no location yet. It'll remind us to deploy them when they're ready. Okay, so we have a facility with unassigned scientists. This is kind of new to me. We're going to get the surface ship guy, I think. And also, that reminds me, I think that I'm going to plan on an early build on some of this other stuff too. Like, I want the air one. What feels to make sense? Somewhere in Texas up there can be for the air. I don't know, maybe it should have been more towards Houston or something, but that's fine. And we've already got the naval one. I don't think the other ones are that important just yet, but I do want to get that one going. And that's all good. That's set up right. That's just telling us we're missing that production, but that's fine. We'll leave it there. We're insufficient resources. Just 1 rubber. All that does is slow our production down, which is all of this stuff. So you can see the trucks. They require rubber, and we don't have any. We could trade for rubber, but it's just 1, so it's really not slowing it down. And we don't need them that fast anyways. I just want to start building some, right? We're only building 1.5 a week. So, I mean, 3 every 2 weeks isn't... We're not stockpiling a lot of trucks. You can see right here we have 0 stockpiled. This shows that we need 163 for reinforcement, 819 for reinforcement. Yeah, 16,000. We need lots of stuff. We need lots of stuff, but that's fine. And what I am going to do is just go ahead and... Now it says we have low manpower, which it's right, but that'll fix itself over time. So now I think we can go ahead and probably start playing. We'll hit just play slowly for right now. And I always like this. Look at all the divisions go. We'll go up to what, 3 right now? 1 second. Sorry about that. All right. And everybody's moving to where they're supposed to go. Oh, yeah, I forgot to put this guy on a line up here. We'll guard the fierce Canadian border with them. Oh, yeah, let's change some colors around. So let's see. My main... You're going to be black. Right there. I like that for my main field marshal. And then this first general, you're just going to be... Okay, so my main army, let's start the first one with blue. I like blue. That'll be my first main army. Oops. And then our second one is going to be, let's just go red. Pretty standard here. I like it. Okay. And that's going to work out well for a bit. And we'll train those guys after we get our logistics caught up. Like, see all of the stuff that it needs? Yeah. But it should be going to the front here. Like, yeah, we need so much equipment. So much equipment. Just for the people that we have. Not counting the people I threw in queue to get building. Which reminds me, this guy, I'm sorry. You are now going to become an infantry division, which I know we don't have enough. Okay. Well, you know what, also? I forgot about that. I need to go and... Okay, so Senator votes for government proposal. In a recent vote, a senator has surprisingly switched sides to vote for a government proposal. While the issue itself was fairly minor, the public vote of support from a previously outspoken critic of FDR has raised many eyebrows around Washington. Some analysts believe this example will lead to additional senators to reconsider their stance. A useful ally. Up to 5 senators will support the government. Okay, well, let's pause and take a look at that real quick. So we've got this is the United States. We've got this government schnazzy stuff up here, right? And this is our how much of the Senate support we have and how much House support. So, I mean, various different, like, whatchamacallit, focuses and stuff will depend on how much support I have by the Congress. So we'll want to probably do medium lobbying effort and stuff at some point. But right now, actually, I do want to turn off all this stuff because it just kind of clogs stuff up. And I don't use a whole lot of it. The foreign influence can stay, but I'm not interested in nation building in the Philippines just yet. And as of right now, yeah, we can go ahead and hit play, right? And so these guys are all heading to where they're supposed to go. Or are already where they are supposed to be. That's fine. Okay, well, we do have the command power. So this is going to be my attacking army. That's going to get Douglas MacArthur. All right, and we'll give him charismatic. That's the first one I like. And when we get another 10 points, we can give him another one. And I think I'll give him aggressive assaulter. Yeah. For 10% breakthrough. Yeah, that'll be good. And that's fine for right now. Just you want to use these. We have a cap. You can see our current max is 80. So if we get to 80, we're just essentially not accruing it anymore, which is wasteful or whatnot. And it's just, you know, it's best to try and spend the points or whatnot. If you have it. Of course, we're not going to be in battles for a while, so I'm only going to be able to upgrade generals and field marshals that already have unlocked traits that I can get. Alright, House Committee supports presidential policy. The latest round of hearings in the House Committee of the Ways and Means has resulted in a report crediting the president's policies with the major improvements in all available metrics of the economy. While stopping short of outright praise, the report nevertheless comes as a blow to those who are criticizing the president and demanding reforms. A number of representatives have already publicly declared that although they still harbor doubts about the president's agenda, they will now vote in support. As well they should. Up to 50 representatives will support the government. Absolutely good. Love it. Okay, yeah, we're making like nothing here, but the main thing is we're going to hit this, and that'll give us 150. And then we can start making more, because our first move, I believe, is to go ahead and grab this silent workhorse, one of my favorite types of advisors, because the plus 15% political power gain is nice to grab right off as your first advisor, in my opinion. All right, unsurprisingly, unfortunately, the Sultan of Okay, so that's right. Yeah, Italy at war with Ethiopia here, and this little a sultanate. And is that like Ausa? I don't know. But they submit to Italian demands. They basically said, give us your land. And they're like, okay, we'll give you the land. And so now that'll all just become Italy. And now they're going to continue to stomp down on Ethiopia, which is why I like playing as Italy, because you get right to the action for a bit, you know? And then you can just basically stay in the action the rest of the game if you want. Just fighting and stuff. But we're not doing that today. We're playing chill. We are chilling and building and streaming. I guess I don't always have to mute it when I take a sip of beverage, right? Doesn't matter that much. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, maybe go... Yeah. We're gonna want one of these too, but... As for right now, not so much. Alright. And what's our... I think the first thing that's gonna finish is this. Yeah. It's got, what, 17 days there, I think? Yeah. And our research, we've got more than 17 days, that's for sure. The first thing to be done is that. And it's kind of, well, let's just go ahead and hit 4. Speed 4. We're chilling and building. Chilling and building with the United States and Hoi 4. Is some jazzy tunes on? I love it. I definitely... enjoy the expansions. I don't have all of the expansions because, let's face it, Paradox is a little ridiculous when it comes to DLC. But I mean, I typically enjoy all the expansions I get. It's just a matter of being able to afford them or not. And, you know, I also enjoy the game just vanilla without, like, the expansions. So, okay, continue the New Deal is done. So our next choice is going to be, so we can go with limited intervention or the Neutrality Act, or we can also go over to the WPA and get more political power. And I think we're going to do that. Okay, and with that political power, like I said, we're going to go and grab that silent workhorse, Robert Taft. And let's see, does it... Okay, it doesn't give me a little... tidbit about Robert Taft, like I thought it might. Oh well. We'll hit play. Remilitarization of the Rhineland. So Hitler has moved his troops into this area when the Treaty of Versailles said that he can't. And it's just like, okay, well, we don't want war, so UK and France were like, okay, well, I mean, it's his. He can put his troops there, I guess. Now the Spanish Civil War is crazy sauce. So now this is going to get supported. Let's see. So the nationalist Spain right here is going to get support from Germany and Italy, and Republican Spain is going to get support from the USSR. And that historically happened. And usually nationalist Spain wins. That's the historical response. I did get the achievement once for playing as Republican Spain and winning the Civil War, but I sort of cheesed it and was going non-historical route and just kept resetting until I got the Civil War in Germany. That way that they weren't supporting, so they didn't have Nazi support in nationalist Spain, so I was able to beat them. That's the way I did it, at least. And the WPA, let's go look at our research. 4 days. or electronic mechanical engineering is done. So details, and that we're just going to go on to the next thing with the research speed plus 4%, mechanical computing. All right, lovely. And after this, I think we can go towards, we can get a really quick 5th research slot, I'm pretty sure. So we will do that. But right now, see, yeah, look at that. What's that? Tripled our gain per day thanks to Robert Taft. Is it? Doesn't. Just, I can replace him. Okay. Sorry, I expected more from you, game. Okay, so we've got... I guess we could just Google him, right? Let's see. Oh, yeah, so this is a senator from Mississippi. Dan, where are you, Mississippi? Right, I got it first, right there. Okay, so, senators from Mississippi have approached the government offering their support for the president in return for an informal guarantee that Mississippi would be the site of a new munitions plant for the Army. They make a lot of good points. So, for that, we're going to pause. And we are 100% going to build a military. And we're going to pump it to the top of the line so that we can get that done. So, let's see. Get it started, and what's it going to say? August 10th of 1936? Yeah. And we've got how long on this? Yeah, we've got like a year. We'll be done well within the year. And then that'll give me more support here without having to pay for it. Like special measures sometimes I'll use. It costs 50 political power. These drain political power to do the lobbying effort. I usually prefer the medium one if I'm going to do one. Excuse me. And now we can see that we have available factories. So let's go ahead and build another one of these right there. That sounds fair. Yeah, see, this one's got overflow now to 1. So we just want the... I guess we could put another backup in there. Let's see. Let's throw down military factory in Michigan. Oh, now we've got free dockyards. Okay, so this is telling me that during a recent debate on tax reform, a representative launched into a long-winded speech about the many failings of the administration. According to him, no right-thinking American could possibly want to support the policies of the president, whatever their party affiliation may be. His harsh words seem to have had an effect, as a number of representatives previously thought firmly behind the policies of FDR made noises of support. Disgraceful! And that's going to unpause, isn't it? That's fine. I can just pause it. Alright, so I was going to go here. Dockyards. Free dockyards. Yeah, there's my convoys. Okay, well, let's make some more ships here. Why don't we just get some light cruisers, actually? I'm going to say, like, 4 light cruisers. I like those as escorts. So we'll move that to the bottom and fill these up and make sure they're just making 1, not infinite amounts. And again, we'll, you know what? 1 convoy and let me know when there's overflow again. I think that's fair enough. Going here at speed 4. Missing equipment production, I'm aware. The WPA, which gave us more... Okay, so yeah, right here. We just gain a research slot like that. In 70 days, we'll have another research slot, which is awesome. So, yeah, close that. And we can now modify the government with a new political advisor. And I usually like to get the smooth-talking charmer, I think, because he's another plus 5% political party power gain. And then I usually end up getting this guy, but the financial expert I like too. But I mean, we're going to end up with plenty of factories, so I think we're going to go with this guy, start gaining more and more. That puts us up to, yeah, it gives us another 10. Okay, I'm fine with that. That's a good use, I think, of the political power. Let's take a peek here. What do we got with that again? Is that still, yeah, 10th of August, and we're in May. Just a little bit down. Music in this game is so good. Especially if you have like extra DLCs and everything. Those add more music and everything. Basic machine tools. Okay, so now this unlocks another little section here for industry. Some concentrated industry or dispersed industry. And they have various little minor differences. Mainly this is if you don't think you're going to get bombed, and if you think you're going to get bombed, you kind of go with this one. This one also has product efficiency retention, which is nice, so you can switch around where you're making your stuff. But that's fine. We're just going to go concentrated. So like within here, if you start moving this stuff around, that's going to hurt your efficiency. And if you have dispersed, it'll hurt it less, essentially, right? So all of this is getting built at some stage. That's fine. Yay! I like the music. I don't think it's copyright. I don't know. We'll find out, right? Ooh. Ethiopia has capitulated. Yep. It's all Italy's now. That's alright. We don't have to worry about that. We're not at war. Take a peek at somewhere. Yeah, see, we don't even have like half the supplies we need. But that's okay. Let's get another one of these going. Where can I get one? There, that's fine. And then one of these there. 60% in the worst in the world. We'll eventually start building infrastructure too, because I just want to build all of the things in this little playthrough. Again, it's a chill and build stream. Oops, didn't mean to pause it. And again, so like the political power, see, like I could use special measures to raise this because I would need it for some of the focuses that I'm going to be taking at some point. But I would like to spend it on some more other things like these guys. Oh, I need to get a chief of the army soon, and I usually grab just, what was it, the Eisenhower right here for 100. I think that's what we'll do next, so we can start getting some army XP. I like army XP because then we can start editing our templates. And that's fun. I don't have the DLC active, so we're not going to have like too much for ship editing or tank editing. I don't even own the DLC for the plane editing. By Blood Alone, I think, is that one. But either way. And maybe we'll bump it up to ludicrous speed. Alright, so now we've got that fighter. And that means I would like to research the carrier version of it. And we got construction 1 done. We could go ahead and grab resource gain efficiency, which could help us. I mean, but we're getting enough of the resources right now besides the ones like we don't have. So I think we're going to be alright. We'll need more resources later for sure. But okay, so let's see. More 1936. Radio is good. We could get some of these other support companies. We could work on our tanks. We could get that upgrade. You know what? Let's start on the tanks. I think that's good. Well, we're still in 1936. We're about to get another research slot here in, just a matter of 9 days? That's fine. Okay, so I like to get this Montana-class battleship. So we're going to get that. All right. And then now we'll pick a new thing, which I'm just going to go grab this rubber reserve. And research slot available. Tempted to just build that, but that's fine. We don't want to jump the gun on that, I don't think. feeling like I'm just gonna grab radio. You know what? Let's grab that. Why not? It can't hurt. A lot of stuff isn't, you know, crucial right now because we're building and chilling, man. Eventually we're gonna queue this up and it's gonna look glorious. And oh no, after a heart attack he retired. How dare. We will miss his vote, that's for sure. And oh, there we go. Representative speaks passionately in support of government. She is right, you know. 25 representatives my way. We're raising. And the games are concluded. Oh, I should have read that because yeah, it tells you about like how Jesse Owens won the most medals and everything of any individual athlete. I think Germany won the most medals and US came in second, something like that. It's the 1936 Summer Olympics. Let's pause. A lot of stuff going on here. Let's go take a peek here. So, okay, we're on to where we need more production. Let's just throw another, because I'm going to want some screens. I know these are, you know, I mean, at least it's an up-to-date light cruiser. It's 1936. So let's throw a couple more in there, right? The Brooklyn class, right? And we'll bump those up. Yeah, and the convoys, I'm fine with making one convoy at a time. And our facility, oh yes, now we can get this. And I like this guy because that's the main thing I'm interested in to start with is radar. So we'll get him in there so he can research radar at some point. Mostly positive channel. Hey, you've been keeping up with the Minecraft channel. Oh, it's sweet. I appreciate that. Yeah, cozy stuff. I'm glad you stopped by. This is another kind of cozy stream. We're just chilling and building and such. All right, well, we've got a national focus complete. It was the rubber reserves. Do we have enough support? We do. 49 is what we need and 218 representatives. So I am going to go ahead and try to start taking down the effect of the Great Depression. And it's going to replace it with slow recovery. So how you doing there, Mostly Positive? How's the sound, by the way, if you don't mind? If I'm too loud or if the game's too loud or anything like that. And I guess we could get our... Okay, so that's our carrier plane. I think we're up to date with planes, what I want. So... You know what? Let's go ahead and grab the excavation. We're going to want it eventually. It's almost... We're getting towards the end of 1936. All right. Yes, the Democrats, 4 more years. That way we can continue on the New Deal area. Game is a tad too loud. All right, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm doing well. It's good to hear you are. Let's go and update the volume here. Master volume, we'll just take it down and maybe some of the effects a little bit. And hopefully that's a little bit better. No. I don't want to exit. Okay. Senate committee investigates shipbuilding in Mississippi. Okay, so this is... We'll say a critical weakness. We're going to agree with them, and we're going to build in Mississippi again, right? Well, let's grab that and do that. Build a dockyard in Mississippi. We also need to build some other stuff going on here, too. So, let's build there and there. Aw, 20 representatives. Disappointing. Okay, let's slow it down a little bit. I'm feeling a little less chill when the stuff's flying at me faster. Okay, you know what? I like the idea of getting the, where is it? The War Industrialist right now. That way we can build the military factories faster and the dockyards faster. All right, and we just have more free dockyards. How about that? You know what? Let's make one more carrier. We're gonna need more screens, though, I'm sure. And we're gonna get that carrier on top production. So let's go ahead and do a couple more light cruisers. Oh, and I gotta make sure I'm just doing one of these. Okay, you can go down to the bottom. Okay. And concentrated industry is done. And it's... Oh, I think we'll save that. Because it's not 1937 yet, so... But the research saves up for 30 days. And then we'll go to details here. Shows us that, you know, we did that in 1936. But it's almost 37, so I'm going to save both those research slots for these guys. And we'll just wait till 1937 so we don't get this little penalty there. You see, is 0.06. We'll just avoid that by not starting the research until 1937. And you can see it'll start to build up at the bottom here. And that way we don't waste any research. All right. Yeah, 30 days is what it'll give us. So basically, you know what? I do want to get to 37. Okay, we got the Agriculture Adjustment Act. Now, I don't think we can continue down here. We don't have enough support, and new legislation is still being drafted, so we can't really do that one yet. So what I would like to move on to is probably we'll just go and get War Plans Division. Sure. Something to put it into. And we've got a prototype here. Oh, yeah, speed. So this is our Montana-class battleship. A heavy battleship or something like that. So we'll give it speed. I like the idea of it being fast. And we'll use that with our carriers, so it should hopefully not need too much anti-air. And we don't need that right now. Let's just get to 1937 here. Oh, there's our third research that we'll need. I'm just going to hit OK. And get ready for it to be January 1st. Okay. And now we'll go grab this one. And I think I'll grab the efficiency. This one can be the construction speed. And this one can be the concentrated industry. And now, since we got that concentrated industry done, we can also probably, presumably, build more, yeah, up in these 80% areas. Oops, don't want that one. And now we'll drop some military factories in them as well. Keep this stuff just kind of flowing. Sounds fair. And I like to alternate, you know, so I'm not just building the same thing for a while. I don't know. There we go. There we go. Queuing stuff up's fun. And we can unpause and probably slow it back down a little bit. We don't need it to go super speed now that we got our 1937 tech going. Oh yeah, we got different aircrafts now. Okay, so we probably could put on our fighter and our carrier fighters now. Move them up. They're not going to get built yet because I don't have factories for them. But we'll just... That's two less thing it's telling me to build, right? But I just don't think I'm going to start building anything unless I've got, you know... Well, on these, at least level 1. I do have level 1 to... I mean, there is no level 0, like, close air support. But I'm not really going to use it a whole lot. Something could be said for the naval bomber. That's true. And the carrier naval bomber as well. We're going to want those for most of our ships. Speaking of which, our carrier here... We can click on this and we can tell it, yeah, we want naval bombers and fighters. Okay. Very good. January of 1937. Oh, yeah, that's right. We can give you another promotion. And aggressive assaulter. That sounds really bad. But... and... Okay, political power. We've got... The next thing I want to do is get a chief of army. And I'm going to need 100 for that. And then after that, we can probably start investing in... Ooh, yeah, they don't like us a whole lot. Because I'm going to get that, but I want to get the army guy first. So, we will do it in a little bit. And we've got this research radar. Yay! Start up my radar. Certainly want radar. It comes in handy later in later expansions too for like sonar radar equipment and everything on your ships and planes and stuff. But that gives you a whole bunch of different research stuff if you have those expansions too. So, all right, the M2 light tank. 1937, we got all of that going for them. Don't know if I really want... I mean, I could get this mainly just so I could get the rubber processing. You know what? Let's do it. Because that way we could start using synthetic plants to make rubber. Hope you don't mind me picking your brain a bit. I was curious how often you record videos and how many episodes one session usually produces. It varies. I try to stay somewhere between 2 and 3 weeks ahead so I'm not, you know, freaking out about posting a video. But I usually just spend about 4 days a week really focusing on videos and hope to get like 2 videos done each day in that session, I guess. I mean, and then I edit them and stuff and then schedule them to come out, and that's how I usually do it. And now I've just kind of sort of tried streaming a little bit, just like honestly, like I said, I just kind of felt like playing a video game and figured, well, why not just try and stream too. But yeah, so that's how I usually do it, is just, you know, like if I can make 7 to 8 episodes a week, I just try to. I mean, it's just a hobby for me at this point, so I mean, I do it just for my own enjoyment for the most part. But yeah. Do you make videos as well? I assume mostly Positive Channel. Do you do Twitch or YouTube? Yeah, I could build tanks, but I think I'm good without building those light tanks. Oh yeah, oops. Whoa, I just closed something. Oh well. No biggie. Just closed a window that I had open on my other monitor. I'm a winner. And what was I gonna check on right here? Yeah, we were waiting for 100, right? You know what? Let's blast through to get to 100. A useful ally. All right, so 5 senators have supported. Very good. Oh, and then there we go. Some more support. People moving right along over here. Okay, so what's something that we can get that's not going to... You know what? Oh, at least... I don't have nearly enough representatives for that one. Yeah, don't have support for that. Let's just grab the War Department over here. I mean, we could have just waited and accrued more political power, I guess. Whatever. Because it does take like 1 political power a turn for, yeah, the War Department there, you can see. But get to 100 and we're going to grab Eisenhower, good old Ike. Bam. And now we'll start accruing some army experience. How's our... Still well below what we need. I think we can say we've got quite a few of those going on and move some up. When are we gonna be? Not till for another 2 years, I think, is the next like infantry equipment level. Okay, so we got excavation and well, what is the base on this? 275 days? Nah, that's too much. I'm not gonna go that early. We have some other stuff we could pick up, right? Let's grab just this upgrade for our artillery. And we got that done. That's fine. And this we could for conversion of factories, but I don't really use that so much, so we'll probably leave that alone right now. But we will finally go back and grab a radio, I think. Oh, and I was going to make one of these somewhere. Oh, and by somewhere, I mean New Mexico, right? It makes sense. And that guy can probably get moved right there, so it'll be started soon. And the War Department is finished. And now can't do really much of these, right? We could just accrue, but let's grab the Pentagon for planning speed, I guess. Why not? And that's just saying bomber, close air support. Yeah, I'd prefer that my carriers used naval bombers rather than close air support. Alright, Chinese, there's war with Japan and China and all this going on over here. The Hindenburg disaster, oh, the humanity. Oh, yeah, they're still in Austria over here, so don't know where he's going. That's right, this is all different since the last time I played Germany, I think. I haven't played with this much. Be cool. You do pretty long form LPs for the most part, multi-stream. That's cool. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you for the compliment on my commentating. I do my best, you know. I just play video games and talk, but I kind of do that anyways, so I'm a nerd. But you know, it's fun to share things you like with others, right? So I hope it's going well for your channel and stuff too. I was stoked to get a whole whopping 300 subscribers on YouTube. That's, I mean, whatever, small goals. It's nice for numbers to go up rather than down, right? So I'm just having a good time, and I'm glad you're here enjoying the stream here with me as we are not plunged into war like Spain is over here. But it looks like Republican Spain's doing a decent job of fighting them back for right now. Oop, I just was getting some support there, I think. You know, it might be time for me to invest in one of these medium lobbying efforts. And that, yeah, see, now I'm officially losing. But, you know, it's just 0.02 per day. We have a buffer. Okay. And there's that. I haven't had any of the states, governors or whatever, ask me to build something in their state. I usually like doing that, and that gets me support. So how do you like streaming? I'm not used to it yet. Like, are you okay with like reading your chat? I'm so used to having an empty chat at this point that like I'm not great at responding to the chat. Oh, we got dockyards. Okay. Well, that carrier's still going to take a while. Tell you what. Let's get... Yeah. More light cruiser action. Oh, wait. Don't want to be making those non-stop, though. No, I don't. Not trying to change the name of it or wherever it's going. There we go. And maybe we've got... Yeah, we're almost getting to the point where we can start training because we're starting to get our equipment produced finally. We've still got a ton. Let's actually just do this. I'm going to want probably like, 25 factories on those guys. And for the time being, let's turn that down, I guess. This I'm going to want to start stockpiling soon. But yeah, we need to get the guns up and running here. And is it going to be time? It's time. I want to see more 80s here. So let's make basically a cross-country road that's filled with 80%. And you get 2, you get 2, you get 2. There we go. And we'll bump up any of the 60% that are up here. Yeah. Texas. There we go. I think that's all the 60s getting bumped up to 80. Oh, wait. Louisiana. Bump that one up. All right. And construction. We got that increases our construction speed. Okay, it's June of 37. Don't really use the tactical bombers or whatever. What is this now? Ah, that's worth it. Let's start on the research. Streaming is a bunch of fun. Treat it like I was doing an LP. So just commenting on whether someone is watching or not. Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. Okay, so you... Okay. I need to work on... Hopefully I'll get better at catching the chat. I think I'm doing it a little bit better than I normally do. But again, it's like we're just having a little conversation, me and you. And we're building a bunch of stuff. Insufficient resources, but that's fine. What do we got here? Yeah, I think we're going to go on a big... As a matter of fact, though, I'm going to lower these guys, I think. Just hold shift and click the down arrow and they'll go to the bottom of the queue. If they require 2, they can wait. And as a matter of fact, let's just start getting a couple more things going. Do I have any more? I'll tell you what, some of these are going to be 80 by the time that these get built, probably, right? Indiana. There we go. And let's get down here. Whoa. That didn't work quite how I planned it. Click and drag, Move all this up a little bit so I can sort of place one in between or so. And yeah, Indiana will have 80% by the time that's going, so that's fine. And next, we're going to go for... Let's grab the M3 Stuart light tank on our way to the medium tanks. I like medium tanks. They're fun. And still telling me about the airplanes that I don't care about. Amelia Earhart disappears. Oh no. Sometimes she succeeds. Sometimes she disappears. She disappeared in real life, so. Alright, so where are you at? Oh, 9 days, okay. Are we at the point where I can start exercising my troops? I think so. think I might. Let's see here. No, 14,000. That's probably still a little too overzealous to start practicing training or whatnot. So reinforced armor is what it recommends. Yeah, I don't care about the anti-air because I should have enough with my carriers, and they'll be grouped with my carriers, I think. Yeah, let's do the reinforced armor and hull. Okay, build the Pentagon is done. And we can do the Department of Defense. Do we have enough support for anything over here yet? No. It's just we're just shy on the representatives. What is that going to get me? 25. Is that enough for my 215? I'm short 3. How unfortunate. And what do we got here? Okay. So let's do, I guess, a small one. That's all I really need. And no national focus set. I think we're going to wait until I've got that. Well, we can just grab something else, right? 70 days? Why not? Japan declared war. Japan declared war on China. Chinese United Front. I can't pronounce any of this stuff, so I'm not going to try. The war escalates. Shanzi joins the Chinese United Front. Whole bunch of people joined the Chinese United Front, I think. And how's it going in Spain over here? Ooh, they gotten pocketed. They're going to lose whatever units there. Marco Polo Bridge incident. Phony pretext for wars. How about that? Okay. We've got dockyards. So I guess we just throw another light cruiser in. For right now. You know what? Let's preemptively throw some more in. Okay. Perfect. Now it shouldn't bother me for some time. Oh, you just finished Half-Life for the first time? I haven't finished it. I streamed a little bit of it, playing it because I haven't ever played it all the way through. Rarely record off stream. Just did for a VR game. That's cool. Yeah, I have no idea about the VR. Yeah, I could see how that could be kind of tricksy. But to be fair, I've never really done any VR gaming. I'm an old man that likes what he's comfortable with, I guess, which is just normal screen. I thought it was fancy that my screen has kind of got a little curve to it, right? But other than that, yeah, I just do the standard gaming. I'm glad you enjoyed Half-Life. I need to finish it still. I don't even know if I got halfway through it. At least a quarter way through it, probably, but... Alright, are people getting... It's slowly, yeah, getting equipment to people. Why does it... The music in this game, I love it. Okay, you're gonna start training. Or what is it? Exercising. That's the word. Exercising. And you know what? You can too. It's going to eat into our supplies, but that's okay. We're making a lot now. And we're only going to be making more because we keep adding all the factories and such. This is just great. What is this song? Okay, so let's see. Schwarzbraun ist die Haselnuss? I don't know. D was the only word I recognized. My amazing levels of knowledge of German. Okay, some of these are going to officially get bumped up, I think, because I want my infrastructure up. It's just fun for me more than anything. It's like it makes more sense to build the factory first and then you can build infrastructure later, but to me it's fun to build the infrastructure. I don't know. That's why we're playing as America, at least, because the United States, I don't know, we don't really have to get involved in anything if we don't really want to, right? We can just sit here and build stuff. And that's pretty much what we're doing. And yay, we got support. Yes, we should be able to do those things now. Or that one will progress, whatever. What do you got? Okay. 18 days. Ah, don't all run away just yet. I'm still gonna need you. In, like, you know, a little over 10 days here. 14. 2 weeks. You can make it 2 weeks. How's the war brewing over here? Not so much yet. Wow, Republican Spain's doing quite well. How about that? Yeah, that's not too bad on the... You're into nearly all kinds of games, retro, modern, VR, ultra-wide, handheld. Love it all. Cool, man. Yeah, I do a lot of retro, mainly because I'm, you know, play what you know for the most part. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy new games as well. I just usually, so far, I've been just playing games I love, games I've obviously had for a while. Is your YouTube channel also mostly positive? I'll have to check it out. Is that what it's called? Like mostly positive channel? Is that how I look it up? Interwar into artillery. And now it is still 37. Yeah, we're gonna probably grab... I don't think I need fortifications or anything. So we'll just grab the excavation. The resources that we do have, we'll get more of them that way. Okay, cool. I'll look it up. And Department of Defense. We can go over here now. Please. Please, work with me. The Fair Labor. Alright. Fair Labor Standards Act. We had enough support to get that going. And build ships. What is this? Oh yeah, the Super Heavy. Let's get that thing built. Let's put it right under the carrier. I guess, yeah. There we go. And that should be fun, getting a super heavy battleship. We've probably got a bunch of those in. I haven't even looked at my navy. here's what we're going to do. We're going to start exercising it because we have like infinite fuel. So I'm just going to hold shift and tell it to exercise until it's, you know, up to regular status or whatever. And it's going to eat a bunch of oil, but we have a lot of oil. Let them all exercise. Oh, I forgot to look too. Do I have... Yeah, I've got 24 ships in reserve. We'll get to those later. Those are the ones that I've been building that I haven't deployed yet from here. This should start going up fairly quick with all of that. Let's see, like, what are we using here? Yeah, our Navy's using 25,000, I guess, barrels of fuel a day. Very good, very good. You know what? I think I'm going to take a little break here. And I'm going to decrease the speed, and I'm just going to let it just chill for a little bit. I also want to open up that window again. There we go. Alright, I'm going to take a little break. I'll be back in a little while.